I'm running out of things to say, you know. There's not a lot of things I haven't covered already. I've talked about everything.
But, you know. So what do you say? You think we reached an agreement here? Little bitch. So, my graduate thesis discussed the effects of superfuel on competitive play, and how I think we should add it to a reserve list. I've been looking at the consequences, looked at the cold hard facts. I think it'd be really nice, be healthy. Maybe, might help the...
Enough of that filth. Let's check the time. What the heck? It's been 14 days since the last Fusion Force reveal? That's it. I'm going insane. Okay, Google, I'm mad. Change the lights to red. Okay, Google, I'm not that mad. Change one of the lights back. That looks better. Hey, what's up, guys? Do another YouTube deck profile. Probably know what this one is. We're taking a trip away from Aquos. Fuck blue. I hate blue. Who needs zero cost draw one when you have these colors? So this style of deck is one that's been getting pretty popular lately. A lot of the cards for it have been getting higher in price. They've been getting sold out. And that is Hero Spam. I'd call this just BB Magnus deck, but going into Fusion Force, we've got a lot newer cards that pretty much make it just hero spam. Because, you know, as they say, there are only so many sinkholes in the world. But with that said, let's jump right into the deck profile. So for the first Bakugan that we're using, we're going with Darkus Ramparian Ultra. He's an 802 Magic Shield, Green Shield. Fucking god, fuck! Shut up! And he's just the best generic Darkus Bakugan right now. That's pretty much all we need to know. We use Darkus in this deck. Not sync, not sync. Ooh. Next Bakugan is going to be Chaos Trox Ultra, my favorite boy on the planet. Mwah, mwah. 802 Green Fist Magic Shield. So he's another 1450 big boy, because those are the numbers you got to be hitting. And then our final Bakugan is Pyrus Dragonoid Ultra from Armored Alliance. 902 Shield Fire Fist. He's only hitting 1300B on his own cores, but if we give him a magic shield either through stealing one of our opponents or taking one of ours, he's hitting 1550, and that's a big number. That's the biggest Pyrus can get. With the Bakugan out of the way, let's jump right into the cards, shall we? So the first card that we're running in this deck is a playset of Quickfire. This is a zero cost reroll. Make your opponent take 1 damage and burn, and you reroll your Bakugan. Zero cost reroll, really good, especially for what this deck wants to do. It's zero cost reroll, nothing much I have to say. Next card, the one that Professor Bitch was talking about, Super Fuel. 1 cost, you must reroll your Bakugan. If it opens on the reroll, the next card you play costs 3 energy less. This thing is great, especially in this deck. We're playing a bunch of heroes, we need to get set up. So this combos into a bunch of other plays that we can make. Really good card, really good card in just general, but because we need heroes to set up, this pretty much just ramps us 2 turns ahead. Our next card, and our only dual faction card, is Pyro Obliterator. 2 energy Chaos Pyrus card, and it gives you plus 700B. This is just our best B booster that we have in the deck. We're not playing Light's Courage because this is just better. And Pyrus, Chaos, and Darkus aren't really the best cards that give you a big B power boost for value, so we don't have many, but Pyro Obliterator is pretty much an auto include. Here's our first 2 of in the deck, and that's going to be Song of Fire. 3 cost action, and it gives you plus 5 energy for the turn. Just ramping out 2 turns ahead. Really good, allows us to set up more pieces. Now surprisingly, those are all the actions we have in this deck. Let's get on right into the flips. Our first one being Confuse. 1 cost, Chaos Flip. Stop Magic Shield and Fire Fist. Not as good as it was in Armored Elite or in any other format because of Aquos Hydrus and whatnot, but Magic Shields and Fire Fists are still the best cores in the game. Helix is there, but like it's just Hydrus really. Maybe some other ones. Pyrosync, kind of iffy. We don't know what the heck they're doing. But this stops the best cores. And then our next flip, of course, you already know what it is. It's Pact of Darkness. 4 cost, stop non-Darkus, and you can sacrifice a card from your hand to play this for free. So, stop non-Darkus for free. Pretty good. Moving on to our heroes. Now this is one from Fusion Force, and it is Magnus on the Run. He is a 2-cost hero. When you play him, you get to choose a player to discard a card. Usually that's going to be your opponent. And after you team attack, you can return it to your hand. So it's kind of like an action, it's just recurring value. You might be wondering why the heck we're using him. It makes a lot more sense 2 cards from now. Second hero in this deck is going to be Everett Ray and Maxodon. It's a 2-cost Chaos hero in Fusion Force. And it gives you the effect when you play it, give a Bakugan plus 400B till end of turn. And then it has the same clause as Magnus on the Run, where after you team attack, you can return it to hand. So this is pretty cool. All right, now here's where things start spicing up. Our next hero is gonna be Strata from Bakugan Resurgence. He's a 3-cost Chaos hero, and your hero cards cost 2 energy less. So if you super fuel him turn 1, your Dan and Leah's cost 2 energy, you can play them the next turn. Your opponent probably won't be able to stop those from going through. It's not like there's any sort of tool that fucks over heroes in Shields of Astroya that's cheap. Nope, totally not there. We're in Fusion Force, who cares? Haha. Next hero, this is one that we know is getting reprinted in the Chaos faction bundle, so with Strata, but this is Age of Aurelus Leah. When you open a Bakugan, look at the top 3 cards of your deck. You may reveal a hero card and play it for free and put the other 2 cards back on top of the deck in the same order. This lets us look through 3 cards, helps us determine what the heck we want to do with the next hero that's coming up, and it just gets heroes out for free. Next hero in this deck, you know him, you'll love him. He's the best 4-cost Pyrus boy in the game, Dan Kuzo from Battle Brawlers. When you open a Bakugan, reveal the top card of your deck. If it's not a flip card, you can play it for free. If you Leah before you Dan, you get to see the top 3 cards. If there's a hero in the first slot and there's something really good in the second slot, you can play Leah, have Leah trigger the first one, grab that first card, and then you get Dan to go off the second time. If that's not a hero, that's even more value. Because if you had Dan go off and he revealed a hero, and then Leah went off and there was no heroes, you wasted a Leah. Sorry, stupid. Overall, Dan's just a really good value engine. He's like our Shun in this deck because we're not playing Aquos because blue sucks. And for our final hero, pretty much the big boy of this deck, we have Magnus from Battle Brawlers. He's an 8-cost. When you play him, give a Bakugan plus 5000B. So pretty much, if you get him to resolve, you win the battle. Maybe not with Sync. It's fine. 5000B, that's a lot for Sync to get over. That's all 3 of their Howling Shell Bombs and like all 3 of their Tusk Guards. And what's the probability of them using them all on one Magnus? They're just gonna sinkhole it. But remember, they've gotta run out of sinkholes sometime. He's got a Victor effect. I'm not gonna read it because we're never gonna use it. 5000B, 5000B, 5000B. Moving on into the gear of this deck, we have Glimmering Glaive. 4-cost Chaos gear. When you play this, you may attach a Baku Core from the field to one of your open Bakugan. It also gives a Bakugan plus 400B. So this we can use to give Drago a magic shield from our opponents. Very good. And then for our final card in the deck, we have Chaos Maximus Trox Ultra, 7-cost, 1500B, 9 damage. If you're in Trifecta, he gets another 1500B and 6 damage. So he's hitting 3015 before any cores, as long as you have 3 cores. My boy, I love him. Mwah, mwah. Oh. I just didn't know what else to throw in here. There's no other real good heroes that we want to use because playing Mac in a deck like this, where all of our Bakugan have very low damage rating, is stupid. If you play it like that, you're wrong. Playing Darkus Halcor Ultra as your Darkus is wrong. You're wrong. Stop. Stop. You're wrong. I'm right. Stop. And if you're building for Armored Elite, you can just take out Magnus on the Run and Everett Ray and Maxodon and just replace them with just Wayne and Fire Launcher. Who cares? Scanning for cowards. Here they are. Welcome, cowards, to the full deck list in its entirety. I know you skipped the video to watch this. You're a coward if you did. You're dead. Go away. But that's gonna do it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Probably just gonna be doing more deck profiles in the future. Kind of bored. I'm upset with Bakugan right now. Why are they making us hunt for 1 of 500 Dragonoids in a pandemic? What's wrong with them? I got social media accounts. I flickered them already across the screen. So, thanks, subscribe, YouTube. Goodbye.